Hello everyone, welcome in for November mystery stamping. Hello everyone. We are going to be making a fabulous little fun fold today. Can't wait to share this card with you guys. So I was just over, as a demonstrator, we get to preview the new upcoming catalogs. So they actually just released for us to take a little peek at the upcoming January spring catalog. And oh my Lord, you guys, there is the cutest stuff in it. I am absolutely floored with how fabulous this new catalog is. If you are one of my customers and you place an order with me through the 29th of November, and if you've already placed a past order with me, you will already be on my mailing selector list to get this catalog mailed. So if you would like to get this catalog sooner than, if you were to reach out to me via email and you haven't placed an order with me, it's going to take you longer because I would have to wait until I can order the catalogs and then ship those out. So when you place an order, you're going to get the catalog first. Like I said, make sure you place your order with me before the 29th of November, because that's when I do the closing of my mailing selector. So what the heck is mailing selector? Why do I keep saying that? As a demonstrator, we have the option to have Stampin' Up! Send you guys out catalogs. So you're going to get it, sooner, because again, you don't have to wait for me to get the catalogs in. And then once I get them in, I have to label them and then mail them out. Stampin' Up! Will just already mail it to you through them. Oh my gosh, I'm just scrolling here because it is just so fabulous. If you don't place an order with me by the 29th and you still want one of these catalogs, go ahead and shoot me an email at pinkbarnstamper@gmail.com and let me know that you want to receive one of these. Now, you won't get yours until roughly around the middle to, or it's going to probably be more of the middle of January that you will get your catalogs. Now, if you are a customer of mine, you will be getting your catalogs around the middle end of December. So just so you're aware of that. Yeah, I was just posting for all of my team members that they can go over and take a look at that and see all the fabulous things in there. So yeah, super fun. I love it when we get to see the new catalogs. It is just a blast to see all that fun stuff. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Mary. Oh, see, Mary, the other day I had confused you and Wendy because you both are in Canada. And so she's in Winnipeg, but I had remember seeing when I had mailed something, Montreal. And so when people had asked where Wendy was from, because she was telling us about her weather, I had misstated the fact that I thought she was in Montreal, but it's actually you. And she had written on there that they were in Winnipeg. But oh my gosh, you guys have a foot of snow in Montreal. Here we are setting at, hey, let me take a look and see what our temps are right now. We are looking at 80 degrees right now. Not trying to make you jelly, but I would love to see snow. I would love to just see rain, to be honest with you. They do say that by the end of this week, we are supposed to start seeing some rain and some cooler weather. We're supposed to dip down into the 60s, so I'm super excited for that. Yeah, once the snow gets, so high, you don't want to go out and drive in it, but it would be fabulous to just be able to sit in by a hot or a warm fire, drinking my hot coffee. Oh yeah, that I just envision that with a good book. I just finished the book that I've been reading. I just finished it last night, and I finished the whole series last night. Well, I've been reading the series for a couple of months now. And so I finally just finished the last book in the series. There was 5 books. I think I started at the middle of last year, this series. So I just finished book number 5. And now I'm like, I got to figure out a new series that I need to start reading. I'm into the, like, what would you call it? They call it like cozy mystery, but this one was more of a thriller. It was about a detective who, she solves crimes, and she was a lawyer in the past. And so some of the cases had started creeping up on her. And so, yeah, it was, I mean, I was on the edge the whole time. And now you're like, I want more, because you kind of fall in love with these characters. And so, yeah, it definitely towards the end, it kind of took a curve, and I was like, oh my Lord, I need more of this. So hopefully he writes some more. Oh, it's cold there so Peggy's in Michigan, and she says it's cold there as well. Had a little bit of snow this past weekend. See, I could deal with any amount of snow right now. I just want cool weather. But that is nowhere in our future that the forecast has been showing. No snow for us. Very, very rarely will we get a dusting of snow here in the desert. But again, that normally doesn't happen until like January-ish. Because I do remember the year that my granddaughter was born and my daughter was living with me. We had some snow that year. So that would have been 2019. We had some snow, and she was born on the 6th of January. And she was like just a couple of days old when we had snow. And we had went and bought her this really cute little snuggly outfit. And the kids were playing with her and holding her in the snow and stuff. So I have photos of that. But anyways, let's get to our card making, since that's what you guys came here for. So if you guys have taken a look over either on the blog or over on my the Facebook post with the event, I had posted the items that we're going to need. So for our first layer of this card here, we need to have a 4 1/4 or 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 piece of our cardstock. And I picked cardstock that clearly matches my designer series paper. Our next layer is 11 by 4 1/4. Now this piece we are going to be doing some scoring on. So we need to grab this piece here along with our paper trimmer or whatever scoring tool that you are choosing to use. Now with this piece, we are going to score this first at 2. Now, if you are on my team, which I know Peggy is, you probably saw this when we had our team meeting. It was part of the mystery stamping for our team meeting as well. Then we're going to move over to 3 3/4, and we're going to score that. I need to now flip my arm out because now I'm going to be moving past my 6 inches. I'm going to move this over to 7 1/4, score again, and then over to 9. Just like so. Now, let me tell you that if you don't have an arm and you can't go that far, you can also flip this around and score it again at 2 and again at 3 3/4. So again, starting at our left side, we're going to score at 2, 3 3/4, 7 1/4, and 9. Okay. Or you can flip it and do the same thing on the other side. So now that we've got our base, we're going to flip our insides. So we have this little smaller space in here, and then our outsides are going to flip out. So see how that kind of makes this neat little like bird wing little span here. So if you want those to touch, you can kind of push those in when you go to do your burnishing down with your score blade or whatever you choose to burnish with. And then now we're just going to give these all a good crease. Okay, so that is pretty much what our card mechanism is going to look like. Now we're going to decorate this and make this nice and pretty. So the other pieces, now moving over to our designer series paper, we have two smaller pieces, which are 1 by 4, and you need 2 of those. Then we've got 2 more pieces. These are 1.5 by 4. And then my bigger pieces are 1 3/4 by 4. And then I have this neutral piece that is 3 1/4 by 4. And then I have just cut out some little sentiment shapes here that I will use on my card. So I did a darker, this is Secret Sea with the white. And this all, the pattern paper and everything comes from the Peaceful Garden Suite. Or you could also just buy the bundle, which is Peace on Earth. So I'm going to be using this stamp right here that says Big Hugs for a Good Friend. And then I got these 2 labels here from the labels from the Peace on Earth dies. Then I'm bringing in my Secret Sea ink to do that. So let me move some of this out of the way. Now that we've got all of our pieces established here, our layers established. So the 2 of the smaller ones, these are the 1 by 4. We're going to actually adhere these on the 4 1/4 by 5.5 piece. Let's grab some glue here. Peggy, you can always catch the replay though. So if you want to see more designs of this card, you can actually catch the replay of our team meeting. Okay, there's that. Now we are going to set this aside and we're going to come to this piece. So I bet you guys probably already figured this little white piece, the neutral piece, is going to go on the inside of that. Okay, like so. Then we've got our both here. Now these ones here are our 1.5 by 4. So these are actually going to get layered on the inside here. So the inside flaps, and you could flip this over and do, you could do whatever color choices that you pick. Now, just remember, these cards do not have to be Stampin' Up! Paper. Use whatever paper you have. Oops. Kind of shifted on me. Okay, now I'm going to grab my 1 3/4 inch by 4, and those are going to go on the outside like so. Okay, there is that. And so then when that closes, it looks just like so. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this layer here. We're going to take this and we're going to hold it closed. Now, these little flaps are a little bit longer than your center. We are only going to apply adhesive. So if you were to hold this with those out, you're only going to apply adhesive to this little back panel, not your little side flaps here. We don't want those glued down because we want to be able to pop those out. So we're going to just add some adhesive just to the center portion. Now holding that together, that is then going to get centered on this piece here. So I want to make sure that is even. So if I hold those down, I look at both sides and make sure they're pretty darn even there, which it looks like it's pretty good. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. And there is your card. Isn't that cool? So that will fit right inside of an envelope because this is our standard card base size, the 5.5 by 4.25. That just slides inside of a card, and when somebody pulls it out, they will have this neat little fun fold. But we're gonna even go further than that, and we're gonna put a little sentiment on this. So again, I've chosen the Big Hugs for a Good Friend using Secret Sea ink. I'm gonna grab my little cushion over here because we need some cushion for the pushin'. So I'm gonna actually turn this going straight up and down. You could also put this on there like so. You can do your sentiment piece either this way or this way, but I'm going to show you how I have decided to do this. So with my Big Hugs for a Good Friend, and try not to get my head in here, I'm going to stamp that on there, make sure that's hopefully even. Oh God, that worked out great. And you could decorate this as much or as little as you want. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and adhere that right to the bigger label. Okay, let's get this thing out of the way. We're done with the cushion. And so I'm gonna line this up on here. What I need you guys to know is that we do not want to adhere this side. So just move that out of the way. We are only going to adhere it to the left flappy part. So when we pull this open, this is going to open like this. So then our card, when it lays flat, it will be in the center, but then it will not hold that closed when it's only adhered to this side. So what I like to do is I like to take my finger and hold it where I'm just going up to that edge here. So I know that I'm just going to stay with the glue down the center of this. Okay, just like so. And then when I flip that over, I'm going to make sure I line that up in the middle and only push on that one side because it's the only side that has glue. Notice that it's not sticking to my white part back here. Hello, Anna. Well, good, Mary. I'm glad you like this card. I can't wait to see your design that you come up with. So then when your card is closed, again, we didn't stick this side down. We only stuck this side down. And then when we open our card up, voila, you get the wonderful inside. So then if somebody wants to display this, they can do so. You know, they can set it up on their shelf and they can look at it, or it's just kind of a fun little mechanism that people love getting cards that do these little, you know, pulleys on it or whatever. It's just something different than besides a regular standard, you know, fold of a card. Now, just to let you guys know that if this is not big enough for you to write on, especially once you stamp your sentiment in there, just remember, you've always got this back panel that you could put a 4 by 5.25 piece of neutral paper on, and you can write on that as well. Just so you know that there is more space back there to also include some writing. Now, you could take this even a little bit further, not to confuse you or whatnot, but you could take another little small piece of the Secret Sea, or I actually use Cloud Cover, not Secret Sea, and you could cut this down to the same size, just kind of make it a little bit shorter. So maybe like a 1.5, 2 inch little piece down here. Cut out a little divot using a little circle punch And you could put and only glue the outside portions of this on there, and you could slip a little gift card in there, and this would be a super cute little gift card holder as well. Just another little idea if you want to take this even further and turn it into a gift card holder as well. And then that's when you could definitely write back here when you place a neutral paper. Let me bring in, now this is not something you have to do, but I just love these little hues of blue flowers. I'm going to bring these in, and I'm just going to add some of these to my card just to give it a little bling to it. So we could use, I have Cloud Cover as my base, and I have Secret Sea here. So I think I'm going to bring in some of my little Cloud Cover flowers here. Just like so. Isn't that fun? Just a really cool little, something different kind of card, but still on the easy side. Like this, obviously you saw that it didn't take a whole heck of a lot. I know some people get very intimidated when they see a fun fold or fancy fold, whatever you want to call it. People get very intimidated, but really it's not that hard. You guys, after I repost this, you can always rewind it and watch it as many times as you need to make sure that you're seeing exactly how it's done. And I will have this video posted over on my blog, pinkbarnstamper.com. Once you go there, on the right-hand side, there's a categories column. Click the mystery stamping, and November's mystery stamping will be the first one that pops up. Just click the See More down at the bottom. I think it says See More. What does it say? I don't know. I think it says Read More or See More. Once you click that, it'll open that whole blog post up, and you'll see the replay of this video. Now, I do need to go download it over to YouTube, so it'll take me roughly about 30 minutes or so to get the blog up and like posted to where you could watch this video. And I'll have to just update with, you know, a photo of my finished card. And then once you guys finish your cards, you guys are going to post a picture here in our Pink Barn Stamper group Facebook page, or Facebook group. And I will then, on the 19th of this month, I will take everybody's cards that you guys have created, as long as you use the same layout that I've just showed here. I will put everybody's name in a drawing. Now, it's not based off of skill or anything like that. It is just simply based off of you making this card. And then everybody's name will go in a drawing, and then one lucky winner is going to get these beautiful, these are called the Starburst Sequence. And these are wonderful because they're really lightweight, they're flat. So if you were to go put this inside of an envelope, you don't have to worry about that kind of dimension to it, because sometimes the post office doesn't like cards that have beads or pearls or anything like that on it, because it gets stuck in their little machine that they run all their envelopes through. So these are wonderful to go on mailable cards. All right. Okay, you guys, I hope you guys enjoy this. Have fun with this. You know, decorate it as much as you want. I can't wait. Absolutely, Christmas cards would be fantastic for this. For the grandkids, oh yeah. They would love this little interactive little mechanism that goes on here. Yeah, they'd have a blast. So I can't wait to see what you come up with, Mary. All right, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your week. Happy hump day to everybody. I hope you guys had a fabulous day off yesterday for Veterans Day. And I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.